Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Doctor Who. Last time on Doctor Who, we had the Eaters of Light, where the gang went back in time to find out what happened to the 9th Legion of the Roman army, and turns out they were all slaughtered by a weird tentacle hentai monster, and then the barbarians and the Romans teamed up and fought off the tentacle hentai monsters for thousands of years. That was basically that. This time around, I have this feeling that we're moving on to a two-part finale because, well, we generally do that on in these seasons anyway. Especially in the last few seasons, we've had two-part finales like Dark Water and Death in Heaven, and then technically last season was almost a three-parter because it was Face the Raven, Heaven Sent, and Hellbent. So I just assume that's what we're getting into here. But yeah, that's pretty much that. This is where I say no spoilers in the comments whatsoever. This is also where I say, no, that's it. That's all I say. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into this episode of Doctor Who. Here we go. Whoa, you alright, Doc? Whoa. He's about to regenerate. No. Okay. I knew we were getting close to his regeneration, but I didn't think we were that close. Jeez. Okay, I have many questions. Where's Bill? Where's Nardole? Why is he regenerating? I don't think that's where you want to be going.
Hello. I'm Doctor Who.
You certainly are not.
Well, I am that mysterious adventurer in all of time and space, known only as Doctor Who.
That's
and
not...
These are my disposables.
No.
Exposition and comic relief.
We're not function.
Wait, which one is which then?
Darling, those are genders.
Nah.
Please.
He says, I'm the Doctor, and they say, Doctor Who. See, I'm cutting to the chase, baby. I'm
Nah.
streamlining. I'm saving us actual minutes.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Did the master
Also,
just
it's his real
dab?
name.
Sorry, what do you mean is his real name?
Yeah.
Nobody knows the Doctor's real name. I
Well,
do, because I grew up with him.
Yeah,
And his
she
real
does.
name is Doctor Who.
now you're just lying.
She's just trying to wind you up. Are you human?
Now don't be a bitch.
How did you
Tuh.
get aboard?
Don't be a bitch.
Is that your capsule? You must be human. They only come up if they detect human life signs.
What for?
Then they're
Take it
detecting
away.
Bill.
Her name isn't Doctor Who. My name is Doctor Who.
Nah.
It's not, is it?
I like it.
Yeah.
You don't know it yet. Wonder who I was. and
Doctor.
why I did it.
Oh. No, she got shot.
How does that work?
Making chips.
We're just taking the TARDIS for a spin and we graze for distress calls. Pick a good
I just
one.
called fries chips, unironically. You guys are turning me into you.
Always so brilliant. From the first day at the academy.
Nah.
So fast, so funny. She was my man crush.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I think she was the man back then. I'm fairly sure that I was too.
Tuh. What the hell does that mean? Well, I mean...
We're billions of years beyond your petty human obsession with gender and its associated stereotypes.
Nah.
But you still call yourselves Time Lords.
Yeah, shut up.
Nah.
Okay.
Every star in the universe. We were going to see them all. But he was too busy burning them.
Ironic, they're stars.
Or anything.
Just promise me one thing. Yeah? Just promise you won't get me killed.
Stand away. Stand away.
What?
She will be repaired.
Prepared.
Stand away.
You can help her, is that what you mean?
This is freaky.
You sent a team down to the other end of the ship to reverse the rear thrusters, yes? Yes. How many people in the team? About 20. And you never heard from them again. And then the whole ship just lit up with all these new life forms, correct? Exactly. What happened then?
So they were...
Those creatures arrived.
took the rest of the humans away. They weren't interested in me. I tried to fight them.
Only
They
interested
were
in
too strong.
humans.
Well, maybe...
She's awake. That's a good sign.
Hello.
Hi.
With us? No, don't try to speak. Just relax.
Yep. People are being
You'll be fine.
repaired and...
Conversion wasn't necessary. Though it will be in time.
Are these Cybermen?
Oh, awake, is it? Awake now. Good.
Oh, hi.
Settle.
I don't like this guy. Is there a hole in her chest, or... She's carrying... That's what they were doing. They were carrying the thing. Shit is spooky, man. Conversion theater. Nope. Yeah, no. Just don't. Oh no, don't go to the other door. I guess these are all the patients that have finished.
Making all that fuss.
It's pain, specifically.
No.
Nah. Great job hiding, Bill. Okay. This guy's gonna help, I guess. Oh. It's a speaker.
Sorry, mate. I'm really sorry.
She had to turn the speaker off.
Kill me.
Sorry.
Okay, this place... You know, this is oh god. This is reminding me of, like, the empty child. Oh!
Would you like some tea?
Yeah, why not?
Come. Tea. This way.
Thanks, man.
People here, people.
What are you doing to them?
Curing them. Come.
Why does this guy look like a cross between Merlin, Arthur, and a hobo?
Come here.
His face looks familiar, I don't know why.
You want the good tea or the bad tea?
What's the difference?
I call one good, one bad.
Nah.
I'll take the good one.
Excellent. Positive attitude will help with the horror to come.
What?
Thanks.
Mainly the tea.
So, what is going on? This is some classic, like, empty child Moffat crap.
Drink it while it is very hot. The pain will disguise the taste.
Yeah, but are they okay now?
That is now. It's right now. That is them. Is live.
Yeah, but the picture is frozen.
Oh, is it another time dilation thing?
Yeah, it is. They're not moving.
Wait. Black holes, of course.
Top.
Closer you are to the source of gravity, the slower time will move. You're
It's-
standing in your garden, your head is traveling faster through time than your feet.
This is one of the most confusing things about science for me, and I hate it.
So he's raising that eyebrow. That's
Oh,
a sarcasm
God.
face.
Outside this hospital, it will stop working.
Great heart you made,
And
then.
you got all those locks then.
Man, why couldn't you end up with whoever gave Picard his fake heart?
How much longer, Doctor?
A very long time.
Years.
More years, jeez.
What are they? Where did they come from?
How can there be so many?
Those are the descendants of your crewmates.
Okay, so that's
2 days to
why.
you.
They are the cure. They are their future.
This really sounds like Cybermen. Is this like the origin of the Cybermen?
The special patients, they are strong.
Yeah, they look like it.
We will all be upgraded like them.
They're in pain.
This is so Cybermen, but what even?
Exodus.
Yeah, we could take the TARDIS, go back and get it right.
This close to a black hole, we'll never be able to pilot her accurately.
Nah. I mean, it's hard to pilot the TARDIS accurately anyway. Duh.
Sorry.
Hold on, let me see that one again.
Oh, I like the hat.
Those are
I'm going
Cybermen.
to ask for a hat when it's my turn.
Nah.
No, actually. I'm afraid, Miss Potts, it's your turn.
Oh no!
Thank you for bringing her, Mr. Razor.
It was a trap!
You see, it's for your own good.
Oh no!
Strong.
They're screaming in pain every second they're alive.
But we've got something for that now. This won't stop you feeling pain, but it will stop you caring about it.
Yep.
It fits over your head.
This is some OG Cyberman stuff. Oh, it's Razor.
Please maintain a minimum separation of 3 feet.
Nah.
Really try not to kill anyone today. It would be tremendously helpful if your major arteries were out of reach.
Missy with that social distancing.
I was watching you on the screen. It took me a while to work out who you were.
Wait, like, you know that she's the master? Wait, huh?
Very Earth-like if planets had twins.
You don't remember.
Wait, is it Mondas then? Mondas! Uh-oh!
Look at that.
Oh! Oh my god!
It's a Cyberman.
An OG.
Cardassian Cyberman.
Oh shit!
I haven't done anything to a silly little friend.
Oh, but I'm afraid you did.
Wait, is the... Wait,
Long time ago.
Wait, so...
You're
Oh,
brand new.
too many things!
Fresh out Bill Potts. Do you know where she is? Where's
Oh,
Bill Potts?
oh, that voice.
Would it help you focus if I extracted some of your vital organs and made a lovely soup?
Ah!
You would know.
She's getting so pissed.
Self-destructive.
So what?
But then again, neither would I.
Listen,
Is...
Rather necessary when you happen to be someone's former prime.
Oh my god! Huh! That's Bill. Oh no!
Hello, Missy.
Oh!
I'm the master.
Oh shit!
I'm very worried about my future. Give us a kiss. I waited. In fact, do you know what I'd call it?
Oh god, he has a goatee. Now he's really evil.
The Genesis. The Genesis of the Cybermen.
Ah! Oh my god.
I waited for you.
Ah! Oh no! Oh my god, they brought John Sim back! Oh my god! Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's the day of the master. Oh my god! It's the genesis of the Cybermen and the day of the master. Wow. John Sim is back. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, he's back. And pretty much without a moment's hesitation, she has turned back. Oh my gosh. Too many things are happening, guys. Too many things are happening. The Master is back. The Master is back. Oh my gosh, we haven't seen him. We haven't seen him since the end of time. We haven't seen him since the end of time, and that was the thing, was that we only just, that's why he looked familiar to me in that disguise. Oh. That's why he looked familiar in that disguise. I was like looking at his face, I was like, this guy looks kind of familiar. Oh, that's why. It's because it's John Sim. That's why. The Master is back. We never saw his regeneration into Missy. Oh, God, what if they show that? That'd be crazy. I don't know. We've never had two Masters at the same time. The closest is God, I wish they had numbers, because it's so hard to tell them apart, But when we had the Derek Jacobi Master regenerate into John Sim, which I think that's the only time we ever see the Master regenerate. So maybe, I don't know. But the Doctor has to deal with two of them. Oh my gosh, he has a goatee, man. He has a goatee. That's how much more evil he is. He put on a fake beard and mustache over a goatee. That's ridiculous. Also interesting, Missy has forgotten about this, apparently. Missy forgot about this. And he knew that. And that was interesting. It took him a while to figure out who she was. Why is he there? Why is he there? Oh my gosh. Genesis of the Cybermen, too. So the Doctor has lost Bill, is dealing with two versions of the Master, and also dealing with the original Mondasian Cybermen. Now, okay, here's something else we have to talk about. Beginning of this episode, the Doctor started regenerating. I assume this is what we're leading into, is that this is the Doctor's final mission, I guess. Although, technically, he still has a Christmas special, I think. I don't know. But at the beginning, he's starting to regenerate. And he's in a very snowy place. Like a very snowy place. Like, it looks like it could be Antarctica. Antarctica. And there's also Mondasian Cybermen. And the last time that there were Mondasian Cybermen in Antarctica, when he was going to regenerate, was when he regenerated for the first time. When the first Doctor regenerated. When William Hartnell became Patrick Troughton. So, So what's happening? Is that just a callback? I don't know. But he's regenerating. He's regenerating. I don't see how you can deconvert Bill. And, you know, I was kind of wondering, because I kind of pretty much knew that Bill... I kind of knew... I kind of figured that Bill was not going to stay on for the 13th Doctor. And I was like, oh, man, you know, a one-season companion. It's been a long time since we've had a one-season companion. And I was like, oh, I wonder why she would, you know, end up leaving. Conversion to Cyberman was not on my list of possibilities. Conversion to Cyberman was not on the list. Which again, I guess another tragic companion loss. So, for everyone keeping score, for the modern companions at least, we have Rose, who was marooned in another universe. Martha, who left of her own accord, which I didn't realize how much I would cherish that. Donna, losing her memory. Amy and Rory, being sent back in time to live to death. Clara, being killed, taking the Raven. And Bill, conversion to OG Cyberman. Which, that's the thing, they have, like, the headpiece and everything. So, she is the OG Cyberman. Like, I would say, like, everyone else, like, in that hospital was, like, a prototype. Bill Potts is the OG Cyberman. Oh, my gosh. You know what would be the saddest thing? You know, if we're talking about Antarctica and regenerations and Mondasian Cybermen, what if Bill, the OG Cyberman, was... What if she was in the 10th planet? I don't want to think about that. Is not where I expected to go. Regeneration, Antarctica, Mondasian Cybermen, Missy, the Master. Time dilation. I hate time dilation. It sounds like the dumbest thing in science, but it's a thing and I hate it. The original Cybermen. The original. The OGs. I like that they still keep the stomping sound effect on the OG Cybermen that they use in modern Who. I thought that was kind of funny. Because obviously they didn't put that sound effect in, you know, the 10th planet. Oh, so, okay, so, I guess this explains Mondas a little bit better. My word. So, okay, as, in a stroke of brilliance, I've seen the 10th planet. I have seen the 10th planet. We reacted to the 10th planet. Go watch that reaction if you haven't. So now, I guess this is sort of filling in the, maybe like the one or two slight, I don't want to say plot holes, but sort of, I don't know, it fills in a couple things about the 10th planet. Mainly, okay, so my whole thing, one thing with the 10th planet was that, like, I don't know, and this had to be, like, explained to me later, but the whole thing of, like, Mondas is this weird vampiric planet that would take the life energy of the people on it, and then when they converted into Cybermen, that it couldn't draw power, so it needed to draw power from Earth, which leads into the 10th planet. So, what I can assume then is that Mondas has been draining away the life force energy of the people, and now the people are on this ship figuring out how to convert themselves into Cybermen, which will eventually take them back to Mondas. They'll take them back to Mondas, where the planet will start dying because it doesn't have people to leech off of. Thus, the Cybermen will then somehow take the planet of Mondas to the planet Earth, at which point their plans will be thwarted by the First Doctor. And the thing is, now the 12th Doctor can't do anything, really. It's like, Mondasian Cybermen are here. He has to let things play out, because not only would that screw up Cybermen stuff, that would screw up him. Because that is where it's... I guess it's not technically because of Mondas that he regenerated, but he can't screw up his own regeneration. His first regeneration. So, he has to let things play out. Now, what on Earth, or what on Mondas the Master is doing there, I have no idea. Why is the Master there? How long has it been since the end of time? Because, we had, in, I guess it was Death in Heaven when when Missy was like, didn't you think I would eventually find my way out? Because, that's the thing, is that, from what I thought, okay, I guess what it was is that the Doctor and the Master send Gallifrey back into the Time War. Oh my god, here we go. Okay. So, the 10th Doctor and the Master send Gallifrey back into the Time War, where 5 minutes later, all of the Doctors, send Gallifrey to the Pocket Dimension, which I assumed included the Master, because he was right there when that happened. And so they do that. They're trapped there until eventually they find their way out somehow. I don't remember if that was explained. If that was, then that's on me. But whatever. But Gallifrey gets out, and then eventually, the Doctor goes through his confession dial, punching the glass and stuff like that, until eventually he gets out of that. He's on Gallifrey as the 12th Doctor. They do their whole little thing with that, get the hell off my planet and stuff like that. But they got out, and I assume as soon as they got out, the Master got the hell out of Dodge, basically. To which we assumed then that he regenerated into Missy, but no, apparently, after flying out of Gallifrey like a bat out of hell, he went to Mondas, I guess, or so. Eventually, he found his way to the colony ship of Mondas, and just kind of stayed there for a long, long time, which, he's a Time Lord, he can do that, until eventually meeting up with the 12th Doctor and Missy, doing whatever shenanigans they're going to be doing here, until eventually he regenerates into Missy, presumably, we cannot say for certain if there is, who knows, maybe there's another Master between the two of them, we don't know, but presumably, eventually, whatever he's doing here, he either loses or he just gets away or something happens until eventually he regenerates into Missy, goes back in time, does the whole wibbly wobbly heaven thing, gets all the way up to Darkwater. Jesus, okay. Gets up to Darkwater, does the whole thing, has Cybermen. Hey, apparently the Master has a theme now. Wherever there's the Master, there's Cybermen, apparently. Does her whole thing with the Cybermen until eventually, she escapes. She escapes, goes through, the Magician's Apprentice and all that stuff, and then eventually is, executed, is kind of executed, put in the vault, goes through all this stuff until eventually she kind of gets good-ish. She's like, she's alright, she's not good, she's not bad, she's just kind of in between, until eventually she's being tested by the 12th Doctor here, of all friggin' places, and then the Master is like, yo, why aren't you insane? And then she's like, yeah, I guess you're right. They team up, and now they are both teamed up here with Bill the Cyberman against the 12th Doctor. Also, this ties in, I think, this may tie in to not only the 12th Doctor's regeneration, but the first Doctor's regeneration. Because it looks like, at the beginning, the 12th Doctor lands in Antarctica and starts to regenerate. There's Mondasian Cybermen, and the last time there were Mondasian Cybermen in Antarctica, the first Doctor regenerated. So I don't know if we're going to see that or something. I don't know what we're doing, but something's happening here. And I don't really know. Like, the Doctor can't really do anything to these Mondasian Cybermen because they are there when he regenerates. And okay, I've heard people say it's like, oh, well, Mondas, one of the reasons why it sort of short-circuited is because it actually started taking energy from the Doctor, and it overloaded it, but by doing so, it basically started the first Doctor's regeneration process. I guess. Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything? My God. Too many things. Are we gonna... Which, I guess that's another thing. Are we gonna get, like, 2 regenerations of... Because I know, full disclosure, I do know when the modern Doctors regenerate. I've always known when the modern Doctors regenerate, I don't know when the classic Doctors regenerate, other than I knew the first Doctor regenerated in the 10th planet. I have a vague idea about where I think the second Doctor regenerates, but I don't really know for sure. But I know when all the modern Doctors regenerate, so I know we're getting close to Capaldi's regeneration. And we're going to get into the much beloved and totally not controversial Jodie Whittaker era, which, boy, I am excited for that. Legitimately, though, I am excited to get into that. But anyway, we still got Capaldi here. So I know he's going to regenerate soon, but are we going to see John Sim regenerate into Michelle Gomez? Are we going to see that? I don't know. I do not know. Man, I don't want to lose Capaldi yet. Man, I'm not ready. I think we only have 2 more episodes with him. We have the finale and then the Christmas special, but I'm not ready, guys. And it's weird because it's like I never am ready, but this time it's like I really feel like we just powered through. Like, we just sped through the Capaldi era, Maybe because it's, I don't know, I mean, I guess it's, like, slightly shorter, but not really that much shorter. Like, every season has been 1 less episode, but that's about it. And, general amount of Christmas specials. Actually, maybe more Christmas specials. Yeah, actually. Well, wait. The 12th Doctor has 4 Christmas specials. That might be the most, actually. Wait a second. Well, I mean, Tennant kind of has the crown on that. So Capaldi has 4. Last Christmas, Husbands of River Song, Return of Dr. Mysterio, and whatever this next one is going to be. And then Tennant had Christmas Invasion, Runaway Bride, Voyage of the Damned, The Next Doctor, and The End of Time Part 1, which kind of, I mean, it is a Christmas special, but it's Part 1, so whatever. But so he has 5. Matt Smith, how many did he have? Well, he had A Christmas Carol, Dr. Widow Wardrobe, Snowmen, which was just sort of slapped in the middle there, and then Time of the Doctor. Okay, so, yeah. But that's the thing, you know what it might be is because I honestly feel like, well, we haven't even spent a year on Capaldi. Like, it was February that we finished up Matt Smith, but it's like, I'm not ready. And I feel like we finally got in a groove with the 12th Doctor, excuse me. I was thinking of Series 9, that's why I said that. I was like, I feel like we finally, like, got in a groove, like, alright, cool, let's go. We're done. Oh, well. Don't think about that. Let's think about the episode. Okay. He's regenerating. This is it. This is his regeneration story. It'll be interesting if this story just fully continues on into the Christmas special. I mean, it has to, you know. It's going to be kind of weird, but it has to, basically. If they start this episode with the regeneration. So, he's regenerating in Antarctica, and there's Mondasian Cybermen. Great. Maybe he won't crash this time. Can we please have a regeneration without crashing? Which, I can't believe I didn't notice that in the 10th Planet. That, no, they just, you know, they're just there. He regenerates, he gets up, and then he takes him to Vulcan to be in the power of the Daleks. You know? I won't say anything. I was going to make a joke about Power of the Daleks, but I decided against it. Anyway. But yeah, it's like, that was actually nice that I actually saw a regeneration without the man friggin' crashing. He always crashes! It's just every time he just like, oh, well, we're crashing now. Even, like okay, I get with, I don't know, I get with, 10 when he regenerated into 11, I get that, but, I don't know. Anyway, he's regenerating. I wrote down Master Who. I like that they did, well, first off, this is a test for her. A test if she can be like him, which is really funny. Which that's the thing, it's like, oh man, I feel like we had a nice character arc going for the Master, and it's like, and now here's the Master to remind the Master to be the Master. It's like, great. Which that's the thing, you know, I always said, it's like, okay, I don't really see her being fully redeemed, but I kind of says, like, oh, maybe she could be like a Vegeta character. It's like, not redeemed, but still an ally, you know? I don't know. I do like Bill saying, it's like, oh, she's a murderer, and it's like, so is the Doctor. And then he brings up the whole thing about the, a ham sandwich or whatever. So that was cool. That was funny. But yeah, I like her going in as Doctor Who, and I like her saying, it's like, I'm streamlining it. Did she dab? I swear to God. I swear to God, she was like, oh, I'm just streamlining it. It's like, what are you doing? Why is she dabbing? That's why the Master is here, is to make sure that Missy, you know, is like, I don't want to ever see you dab again. You know, like, that's what he's actually concerned about, is the fact that she started dabbing. Ugh. Anyway, what time is it? 11:43. Okay. It's, yeah, things have to go up today, obviously. Every time I film, this happens. So, yeah, just keep an eye on time. We'll probably finish up before noon, though. I can't see us going another 20 minutes or so. So, but yeah. But I like, you know, streamlining it and being like, oh, I'm just, you know, he says, I'm the Doctor. And they say, Doctor Who. I'm just, you know, cutting out the middleman. So, that was funny. Okay, so there were a lot of hints at the Cybermen, which was interesting. I mean, just the fact is like, okay, they only want humans, the whole thing about conversion, the wrappings over their faces and stuff. It's like, yeah, this is looking like Cybermen, you know? And just all the talk is like, oh, you'll be converted, you'll be upgraded, you'll be like them in a better form and stuff. And it's like, yeah, I figured out that it was the Cybermen. The Mondasian Cybermen, now that was a twist. That was a real twist. I don't know why my nose is itching so much today. I guess it's just dry, so. Oy. But all the hints about it, which is good because the last time we had Cybermen in Dark Water, I completely missed everything until they just said Cybermen, you know? So yeah. Even when they like showed like the doors closed and they had the eyes and then they played the music and you know, it's like I just completely missed it. Man, that does feel like it was a while ago though. That was the one episode that I filmed like in a different location and stuff. Oy. Anyway, we had this talk about the oldest friend. I really liked the Doctor reminiscing about his old buddy, the Master. Didn't we give him a name? Like, well, because we always said like, oh, the Doctor, what was his name? It's like, well, he always goes by John Smith, so when he was a kid, I'll just assume everyone called him Lil Johnny, you know? So, yeah, I don't know what the Master's name would be. I mean, the closest we've ever gotten, I think, is in Terror of the Autons, when it's like, oh, General Masters. And the Doctor was like, it's the fuck that, I know what that means, you know? So, but yeah, just that whole thing, you know, reminiscence, like, oh, you know, he was my first friend at the academy and stuff. And it was like, oh, he was so funny and so quick, you know? And it's like, oh, we made a pact to see every one of the stars. Problem is, he was always too busy burning them. It's like, oh, yeah, that kid lost it. But... And so I really did like that, just him reminiscing. And it's also interesting, he said, you know, because, you know, they talk about genders and stuff, and it's like, oh, yeah, back when he was a guy. And he was like, I think I was a guy, I'm not really sure. And it's like, what do you mean? It's like, you didn't have another regeneration before Hartnell, so yeah, you were a guy. But then he said, he kind of laughs it off, or sort of passes it off as like, oh, well, you know, we're so evolved, we're really past, you know, the obsession of gender and stuff like that, you know? So yeah. Which that's the thing. We don't know, like, I mean, we don't really know. We've only seen a select few masters, and I think people said, like, the original master, the original Roger Delgado master, is technically supposed to be his final, like, incarnation of his first cycle, basically. Like, technically, he is the 13th master. So we never see 1 to 12. So Missy could not have been. Well, it's possible that she wasn't the first female master. Whereas we are pretty certain that who we got coming up next is going to be the first female Doctor, because we firmly established every Doctor up to now. Especially when they close the loop on 8 and 9, when it's like, okay, we see 8 become the War Doctor, and we see War become the 9th Doctor. So you can't slip anything else in there, you know? Anyway. But yeah, I just really love that talk about, you know, it's like, oh, my oldest friend, him, like, actually getting a bit emotional about it, you know? Like, that was really, really sweet. So, I like that. But yeah, the conversion theater. Okay. This felt like a classic Moffat episode, I have to say. Like, this took me back to The Empty Child, man. Like, that was so crazy. Because that's the thing, you know, that was the first thing he wrote for modern Doctor Who. And I remember, you know, when we first watched it, I was like, oh man, this is crazy. It honestly may be the best episode. Well, I mean, that's a pretty strong statement. I was going to say those are the best episodes of Series 1, but I mean, there's a lot of strong contenders in Series 1, you know? Maybe Dalek is better than that, but I mean, those are, you know, again, strong contenders. And I remember it's like, all right, Stephen Moffat, well, I think back then I called him Moffat. But yeah, Stephen Moffat, and I was like, oh man, this guy was really good. And so every time his name popped up after that, I was like, oh yeah, I think he did Blink, and I think Girl in the Fireplace, and Girl in the Fireplace is my favorite episode of the whole show. So that's the thing. It's like I do remember, man, that was so long ago, back when it was just like, yeah, Stephen Moffat. It's like, oh man, he's writing. All right, this is gonna be really, really great. And then, he became the show producer, and there were a lot of great episodes in there, but it wasn't always, didn't have the same, I don't know. But this felt like that. This felt like The Empty Child, This was spooky and weird, and, I just loved it. So, yeah. So, the conversion theater, all that was crazy. We had the time dilation. Time dilation is just like the weirdest thing to me, It's like the gravity of a black hole is so strong that it can actually affect time, it's just such a strange concept to me, because time is in itself is a strange concept, like when you really think about time, it's so weird. It's like, okay, we sort of impose, this is gonna make no sense, but it's like we kind of have our own like way that we think of time that isn't necessarily the universe's method of time. And I know what I said doesn't make an ounce of sense, but maybe you can follow me. But, like, time is just such a nebulous, strange concept on its own. So the fact that, like gravity is so... Okay, this is so... Really try to stay with me. Gravity, I feel like, is such a defined thing in the universe, It's so defined that it's like, okay, if you have a large body, it will create its own gravity. Everything technically has gravity. So... But, really, really large bodies, like planets, have greater gravity, and that's why, that happens. Stuff falls. It's because of the Earth's gravity. And black holes have the kind of the strongest gravity of them all. And that's the thing. Now, when it's like, okay, a black hole, it's so strong that even light can't escape it. Like, okay, I can kind of understand that. Light is also a bit strange, too, but it's like, okay... It's the photons, so I can understand being that strong that even light cannot escape it. But time is just such a strange concept on its own. Like, there's nothing... I mean, it's kind of like how they say it on this show, even though this is obviously sci-fi and goofy and stuff, but it's like, when they say it's like, oh, time, it's a big ball of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. It kind of is, honestly. Time is just such a strange thing when you really stop and think about it. And that's why everything time travel related is also the strangest thing that you have to decipher. That's why in Avengers Endgame, they do a whole scene trying to explain how time travel actually works. And honestly, the way they explained it makes the least amount of sense that I've ever heard in a movie. Like, I don't know who wrote that scene, but they fucked up somewhere. That's all I'm saying. So time is just just a strange thing, and it's not physical, Time is not a physical thing. Even light, to an extent, is slight. It's kind of like... Anyway, so the fact that a black hole can affect time has never made sense to me, Like, that feels like magic. That, honestly, is the one thing where I'm like, that is just fucking magic. That is some sorcery you're telling me right there. It's like, how the hell does this work? How is it? Gravity. Gravity. Very basic concept, gravity. But it's a very basic concept of gravity. But gravity can be so strong that it affects time, which is just this strange thing. And maybe I'm just talking out my ass. That is entirely possible. Honestly, we do that a lot here on this show. And I'm sure some of you may try to explain time dilation, and I'm still not going to get it. I can never get it. It's just the weirdest thing. So, but in the context of the story, it is simple to understand that while the doctor and everyone is at the top of the ship, they are moving, incredibly slowly compared to Bill, who's moving incredibly fast at the other end of the ship. So, it's a very simple thing of, 10 minutes pass at the top of the ship, but 10 years pass at the bottom of the ship where Bill is. That, at least story-wise, I can understand. So, there's that. But yeah, so she just lived with the Master for years. That was pretty weird. And again, we don't know. Why is he there? Why is he there? Like, was it just because he felt like it? Or I don't know. Why was he there? Why was he there? It's just... Is it specifically because of Missy? Because he wants to be sure, she doesn't actually turn? I don't know. I don't know. It's the day of the Master. But that was really cool. And then, Bill has been converted into the first full OG Cyberman, which is crazy. And Missy is now, I guess, teamed up with the Master. And the Doctor is getting close to his regeneration. So, a lot is happening. A lot is happening. And the only way that we're going to find out, because I can sit here for a long time, but at the end of the day, we're kind of just left with a lot of questions, which is fine. This is a part 1. It makes sense. But we are left with a lot of questions and not a ton of answers. So we're going to have to figure them out next time. So, that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Doctor Who reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure to hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.